Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Myers, and I am here to help you with your Mario Kart evaluating expressions. This is a really fun activity. Some of you have already finished. If you haven't finished, please make sure you do. I know some of you are stuck, so I made this video to help you out. So here we are on our Canvas page. I'm going to click on Modules, and as you can see, for week 7, there's some assignments from last week you didn't finish. There's 2 Mario Karts because I assigned them to different classes. You only have 1 to do. And you also have your skills check. Do the Mario Kart relay and finish it, and then do the skills check, and I guarantee you'll do better. If you already did the skills check and you didn't do well, I will be putting a retake very soon for you. Or if you haven't taken it already twice, you can take the other one twice. So let's go ahead and get started with the relay. So here we are. This is what it would look like for you. So if I put in my email address, that's my Google address, and then my name, Mrs. Myers. I have all the class periods. So lucky. I can check whichever one I want. And of course, I want to be Yoshi because he's my favorite. Okay, or Donkey Kong, but we'll go with Yoshi. Next. Okay, so to do these problems, what you should do is split your screen so that you have the calculator on one side and you have the activity on the other. So what you can do, oh, maybe I should make my screen so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going up here to the top. I'm going to click on this here. See how it makes it smaller? Okay, and then I'm going to make it the size I want. Click down, bring it down some. Maybe bring it over because I want to make room for my calculator. Okay, and then you can see I have a bunch of stuff open behind. Okay, so now I'm going to open up my calculator, and then you can just click and drag it over here. Let me open back up my relay. Okay, so I have 2 screens here. Looks like a lot going on because I have stuff on my other screen, but I'll take care of that. So this is really helpful if you can split your screen, okay? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to do this. So the first one, most of you, we were in class when we did this. You just put in the numbers 4 plus 7 times 3 minus 9. So then the answer to that one is 16. So you can type that in or you can use your calculator. Now this is the part that may have been a little confusing. If I pull this down, I had people saying, well, what do I do for this? Like if you weren't in class, maybe some people weren't sure what to do here. So if I put in this expression, I'm going to leave my calculator open. I'm going to type this expression into my Desmos calculator. 5 plus, got parentheses down here. You can also be using your keyboard. Square root sign, and I'm going to make sure I put a capital A plus. Okay, look what just happened. Do you see how that plus sign went inside the square root sign? You don't want that because over here in the problem, it's not within that. It's outside of the square root sign. So if that happens, you backspace, you take your click, and you have to click away from the square root key. Now I can put plus 4, right parentheses, and then here's what you're going to do. It says division. On Desmos, there's a division key. That's what happens. That's okay. The division bar for a fraction, it's a fraction, but it's also a division bar, is the same as division sign. And I'm going to put a 4. Okay? Now notice that Desmos does not give me the answer yet. I'm going to click on this here, and it says try defining A. How do you define A? You're going to look back at what you got for the problem before. So I'm going to tell Desmos that capital A is equal to 16. So I'm going to go back over here, go to the next line. A equals 16. Okay, now once I tell it, I have my answer, which is 7. So then I'm going to put 7. All right, let's look at the next one. Now this time I'm going to go ahead and put my variable in because I know there's a variable, which is an unknown value represented by that capital B. I'm going to tell Desmos already that it's 7 because the variable value is the answer from the problem before. So I'm going to go to the next line, B equals 7. Okay, I don't have an answer yet because I haven't typed in the expression. I'm going to go to the next line, 1/2. A couple of ways you can do 1/2. You can do the A over B key over here on the right underneath that wrench. You can also do 1 divided by 2. Watch this, 1 divided by 2. It's important though, before you, like if I just kept doing the rest right there, do you notice that that parentheses stays underneath the fraction? So what I have to do is click to the right of the fraction. And then I put in my parentheses, 2, and you can do capital letters here too, B plus 2, right parentheses, okay? Now this time it gave me an answer, not that triangle, because I'd already told it the value of B, so C is the next one and the answer for this. So the answer for this problem is 8. And now I'm going to look at my next problem. You notice there's a C in the next problem. There's a C right there. So I'm going to go to the next line. And I already figured out C. It was the answer to the problem before. C is equal to 8. Okay. Now I'm going to type in the expression. 11 minus 4 times 2 plus 15 minus C, oops, I did an equal sign, minus C. You might notice what problem I did. What was the problem here? Lowercase c. I need a capital C. And then divided by 2. Divided by 2. There's my answer. So now this is 14. Almost done with the first round. So I'm going to move down to the next expression and notice that there's a D here. I'm going to go ahead and tell Desmos that D is equal to 14. I'm going to go to the next line and I'm going to put in 3. I'm going to do that A to the B to get the exponent, but then you got to click away from it because you don't want the rest of the problem to be an exponent. Minus 2 brackets 66 minus parentheses D times 4 parentheses brackets plus 23. Uh-oh. You'll notice I typed this in exactly. This is the mistake a lot of you are making. It's not really a mistake because I did type it incorrectly. The problem is that Desmos does not have brackets on it. It does not recognize the brackets. So it says here, if you didn't read this, make sure you use parentheses instead of brackets. So the brackets will keep the calculator from evaluating the expression. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to replace my brackets with parentheses. Oh, I already did it for me. I have one more in here. Here's another one. Okay, and see how I had 2? That's important because you have something inside of something else. So your answer is 30. So if you put in 30, it's going to take you to the next part of the relay, which is Baby Park. All right, you guys can take it from here. Make sure you do complete this activity. It is going into the grade book. You are getting a grade for this. And if you still need help, just let me know or see me during advisory. Bye, everybody.